What's going on, everybody? It's your boy xVyperTv, and some of you may know, some of you may not know, the devs have released the Season 8 patch notes. So I'm going to go over these patch notes with you guys, and we're going to look at them. This is not going to be a long video. It's going to be a short one. But before we get into it, like always, if you're not subscribed to the channel, I do release, any Apex news that I come across. I release updates, tips, tricks, different things like that. I also stream live on Twitch every day from 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. Sometimes I'm on at 12 a.m. and I get off at 7 a.m. Just depends on how I feel. If this video helps you, make sure you drop a like. Make sure you drop in the comments what you think about these new changes, these updates, patch notes, how you feel about Season 8, if you're excited, if you're not excited, and what you plan on doing. So let's go ahead and get into this because, like I said, it's not going to be a long video. If you guys haven't watched the dev stream, go check the dev stream out. It was pretty interesting. They talked about some, pretty interesting things. I'm not going to get all into that. I already made a video on Fuse about his passive, his tactical, and his ultimate. I have a video already. I'll link it somewhere up here for you guys to go check that out if you want. But the new weapon, 30-30 repeater. This heavy ammo lever action repeater boosts hard-hitting rounds that'll nail a fleeing mirage at 200 paces. The 30-30 is a benchmark of reliability designed to withstand whipping sandstorms and temporal instability, which made it an obvious choice for the Apex games. Disciplined trigger finger, and they talked about this in the dev stream here. The 30-30 repeater requires the user to rechamber their rounds between shots, which brings a methodic rhythm to the rifle. An analog elegance that the modern weapons of the Outlands just can't quite capture. To further tempt those itchy trigger fingers, the 30-30 repeater has a built-in charge, giving players an opportunity to deal increased damage with each shot at the cost of a short build-up. The 30-30 reloads one round at a time, which makes for some very interesting resource management you won't find anywhere else, even on the Mastiff. The 30-30's engagement range allows unique opportunities to reload individual rounds between shots. This gives the repeater the ability to lay down consistent precision range pressure, something weapons with full reloads can sometimes struggle with. So basically the 30-30 repeater is going to be a heavy weapon with, it's like a bolt action, and it's also, you can reload individual rounds just like reloading the Mastiff. So instead of having to empty out your chamber and then reload a full magazine, which takes some time, you could reload one bullet if you just need to reload that one bullet, which is making the gun very interesting. Also, there's a lot of people who, like myself, sometimes will spam shots at a long range. So what they're doing to actually give people, that are more disciplined in their shots, they're giving them to where they can actually charge up the bullet if they hold down, almost like a precision choke, almost like how the precision choke, they say there's nothing like it, but I would relate it to how the precision choke works on the triple take, and that's how I'm looking at that. Kings Canyon map update. Season 8 once again sees changes to Kings Canyon. The main new point of interest shows the devastation from the ship crashing into the map. Players can now explore beyond artillery, spotted lakes takes over the slums, and some new observation towers for basic recon are a sniper's nest. Read more of the map changes in the map blog here. So basically they said that yes, they did crash Fuse's ship into Kings Canyon, but they said they also went and fixed some of the places that the Leviathans tore up in the dev stream that they were talking about. They told me they added a few things, they added a few buildings, bridges, and different things to kind of clean up the map a little bit. They also talked about fixing some areas to make it to where it's less likely to be third parties, but I don't know how you can really fix that. If I can hear the bullets, I can third party you. So if I can get to you, I can third party you. So I don't know how you're really gonna fix that. So we just have to see in these ranked games. Now they went over the legendary magazines, and I thought it was just gonna be extra ammo, but it's the same size as a purple mag. So let's talk about that. Season 8 introduces the gold tier magazines. Attaching it to a weapon automatically reloads your stowed weapons after a brief delay. The gold magazine has the same capacity as the purple mags, and it is available for light, heavy snipers and energy weapons. So basically what it's saying is that the gold tier magazines are going to be able to reload your guns. When you stow your guns away, they'll reload. So if I like myself, when I'm in a gunfight, I might have one weapon out, and rather than reload that weapon when it empties, I'll switch weapons and then shoot with that weapon. So I think it's over the course of 5 seconds that it takes for the actual magazine to reload when it's stowed away. So if I can, switch weapons and then my gun is reloading on the other weapon that's stowed away, that makes it better that if I can like take cover and I can pull that weapon back out, now it's already reloaded. Sometimes I fall victim to this a lot. I might get into a gunfight and forget that one of my guns wasn't reloaded. This is going to be great for me, I'm telling you right now, because I have a problem switching my guns back to make sure that they're all reloaded, and I've died due to that fact. I've gotten better with it, but I've died due to that fact of forgetting that I just got into a gunfight and all my guns are one of my guns is empty. So I think that's pretty cool. It's not gonna be as annoying as I thought. Quality of life updates. Damage counter. We now added a damage counter to the HUD. This was highly requested feature, so we're excited to allow people easier tracking for chasing those badges and challenges. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. You can be able to track your damage while you're playing the game. I always thought that you should be able to do that. I always thought you should be able to see exactly how much damage you have going on, because I mean sometimes you think you did more damage than you didn't. The only thing is going to be is when I shoot somebody and I no reg, now I can definitely know I no regged. So that's I think that's pretty cool. Pinging ammo. Pinging weapons or ammo in your inventory displays your current ammo account along with player wants ammo in quick chat. I'm guessing it's showing your teammates how much ammo you have. I'm not sure about this. I'm not too quite sure. I'm reading it, but I'm not too sure about what this is. Colorblind update. Healing and reviving will now follow colorblind rules when colorblind settings are enabled. Okay. Lore blurps on canon skins. Some of our skins are canon and some are just for fun. For the skins that represent an important part of that character's backstory, we've added a small blurb to describe the significance of the skin in the legend's life. Okay, that's cool. I think they should fix the servers over doing stuff like that. I mean, but hey, whatever. Legend meta. Wraith. Hitbox adjustments. We know Wraith will always be a popular pick considering the amount of combat utility in her kit. After many tweaks to her abilities and animations, the fact remains that her win rate continues to be at the very top as it has since day one. With Season 7 hitbox adjustments to Pathfinder, we were able to control his power without nerfing his kit. We hope to do the same with Wraith. Wraith now has a slightly larger hitbox than her fellow small legends, but the changes stay true to her model. As you can now see before and after comparison, we're adding some width mostly in the torso and leg areas. Even with these changes, Wraith remains small and hard to hit. How do you know that? She will retain low profile as we monitor her usage and win rates to see if power can be given back in other ways in the future. I don't want to hear anyone else complain about Wraith's hitbox. They adjusted it, they fixed it, they made it bigger now. Stop crying. Stop crying. Wraith has received the most nerfs, and I'm wondering now how they're going to be monitoring this. This is what I want to know. Are they going to monitor this, and are we going to have a full season of huge hitbox with a phase taking an hour to load up? I can watch paint dry. Paint dries faster than it takes for Wraith to phase. Is my portal still going to be short? I might have to wait till season 9, season 10 for they fix this in the future. The future doesn't tell me anything. So are they gonna monitor for maybe a week or two and be like, okay, cool, we see that everything is fixing, let's give her back some stuff. Like when is this change gonna happen? You know, when is it gonna happen? Or is it ever gonna happen? Or are they just giving us false hope? Who knows? Rampart. Sheila angle increased from 120 to 180. I think that's a good buff for her, because Sheila is kind of trash when it comes to anybody running from the side. She can't hit anything. Wall health in build phase increased from 1 HP to 45. Sniper rounds still pierce through. So basically, when Rampart, and they talked about this in the dev stream, when Rampart decides to build a wall, people can easily just shoot it and it goes away. You can just put one bullet into that wall and it's done. So it makes Rampart, you have to be proactive with Rampart and not reactive. So basically, you have to already be setting up where you're at. Rampart can't really, in the midst of a gunfight, give her team cover, which is what she was supposed to be able to do. But she can't do that, because if you just keep shooting her barriers, they go away, which makes no sense. So, you know, I feel like that's pretty good. And with the sniper round still pierce through, means if a sniper round does over 45 HP damage, it'll still break her shield, and then it will still pierce somebody that's on the other side of it. Rampart has remained at the bottom across other performance metrics since her release. Her kit is very much built around proactively setting up a powerful position, but in game as fast moving as Apex, we determine her wall should have some reactive power as well. We're keeping a careful eye on this one. So basically, like I just said, you know, I watched the dev stream, you know, I'm reading this, so that's basically what they said, that she was more proactive than reactive. Horizon, gravity lift effective cooldown increased from 21 seconds to 25 seconds. The 15-second cooldown timer will now start when the gravity lift disappears. Horizon released strong to the point where she rivals Wraith in her win rate and pick rate. For the time being, we are monitoring her usage and checking whether or not the cooldown changes have a significant effect. So basically, her cooldown is going from 21 seconds to 25. But, I mean, realistically, if you think about it, if you just sat on Horizon's gravity lift and you used it, then her cooldown wasn't but really like 10 seconds. So that's what made Horizon so powerful, because she could actually gravity lift, sit up there for a while, heal, have, you know, height advantage over you, and then come down. By the time she comes down 10 more seconds, she can use her attack again. So there was no real big cooldown for her because she was still using it. So now the 15-second, the cooldown timer will start when the gravity lift disappears. So I think that's pretty good. I think that's fair. I honestly think that's fair. Octane Launchpad remastered. Many players have known about Octane Super Jump that was possible with a well-timed jump while hitting the pad. Once the double jump option was introduced, there was an input clash that led to unreliable usage. We decided to add some launch options that are better defined than the old super jump. Hitting the jump pad from a standing position will launch players along a high arc, the speed and trajectory of the old super jump. From a crouch position, players will launch along a low arc, meaning they will fly lower but farther in the horizontal direction. I think that's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. We'll just have to see when the Season 8 drops. Crypto, remove ability to stick arc stars to friendly drones. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, there'll be nothing like getting EMP'd as an arc star hits you. Yeah, that's a good one, or both. Loba, loot inside unopened care packages is now visible with Eye of Quality and accessible through the Black Market Boutique. Okay, so now Loba can see inside care packages to see what's in there before she even goes to it. And also she can grab unopened care packages through her Black Market, just making her even more of a loot whore. Like, Loba mains are already like, they loot way too much anyway. This is whatever, just whatever. Caustic, all gas now dissipates as soon as the Caustic team is eliminated. That was definitely needed. if sometimes if you defeated a Caustic team and he dropped his ult used to stay there for a while and it would continually do damage to you, which made it really hard for you to heal up, which made it really hard for you to loot and reset to get ready for the third party that was coming in. So I think that's good. Mirage decoys create footstep sounds. This change was mistakenly mentioned in the Fight Night patch notes when it was in fact coming with this patch. Mirage decoys will now have footstep audio in a limited capacity. There won't be a footstep tornado if an enemy Mirage ults nearby, but it should be slightly harder to pick up the real Mirage from audio cues alone. I don't see why he needed this. Like, honestly, I feel like this is too OP, honestly. That was the only way I could depict the real Mirage, was listening to the footsteps. It still gave me a half a second, or a split second to where I didn't know which one was the real one, which allowed him to get away. By the time I figured out he could get away, I'm really good at picking up the audio cues, but it still gave him a way to get away. I don't see why they needed to do this. Also, when they said this change was mistakenly mentioned in Fight Night patch notes, I like the CYA here, devs. I like it. I like how you're covering your ass. Like, I like that. Yeah. For those who know, we'll just skip past that. Weapon meta. Fully kitted rotation. Remove Wingman, Sentinel, Havoc, G7, and Alternator. Added R301, 30-30 repeater, Mozambique, Longbow DMR, and Spitfire. Attachments. We are removing the gold barrel from the loot pool. Hop-ups. The double tap hop-up will be removed from the loot pool, which I felt like if the double tap is on the EVA A, then it's good. If it's on the G7, it's kind of trash if you're long range. The Anvil rounds hop-up will be added to the loot pool. Okay. Volt. Bullet damage decreased from 16 to 15. Alternator. Bullet damage decreased from 15 to 16. The alternator is already a beast. I don't think it needed this. Honestly, I don't think it needed that. I think that's going to make it pretty OP when you drop down and grab an alternator, especially beginning of the round, beginning of the map. No one has armor. Yeah, you're gonna shred people now. Spitfire. Bullet damage increased from 18 to 19. I don't see why it needed that at all. Why did it need to be buffed with damage? Why? It didn't need that. Whatever. Reload speed increased from 2.8 seconds to 3.2 seconds. I mean, if you gotta reload a Spitfire, you didn't deserve to win the fight anyway. That's cool, but I mean, you already got increased bullet damage, and they're gonna have all those bullets to shoot at me, like, and my hitbox is bigger now as Wraith. I'm dead. I'm just dead. Empty reload increased from 3.33 seconds to 3.8. Okay. Fire rate increased on the EVA A from 2.0 to 2.1. They were saying with the removal on the dev stream, they said with the removal of the double tap, they felt like the EVA A was going to need like increased fire rate speed since double tap wasn't going to be there no more, which I feel like that's fair. Bug fixes. Caustic's sonar abilities no longer stop Caustic's highlight vision. Okay. Loba fixed a few exploit areas on Kings Canyon that Loba was able to reach via her bracelet. Rampart. Jump pads in Octane's town takeover no longer allow Rampart to place Sheila on them. Fix an issue with Rampart's passive persisting even after changing characters in the firing range. Havoc. Fix an issue using the Havoc to have 100% accuracy when hit fire through Rampart's amp cover. That's crazy. Peacekeeper. Fixed a point of view issue that occurred when using Horizon's abilities, then immediately going into ADS with a Peacekeeper. Clubs. Re-enabled ability to invite friends to a club from friends list. Fixed an issue causing some users who have opted out of last squad invites to not appear in club event timelines when placing in the top 5 of the match. Failing to connect to the club database no longer leads to misleading kicked from club message. Players will no longer be kicked from clubs when switching to another profile on Xbox. Miscellaneous. Fixed an issue with crowds not cheering in Pathfinder's Town Takeover. Fixed an issue preventing some heirlooms from appearing in Heirloom Shop. Fixed an issue that allowed thermites to deal damage through certain walls on Olympus. I feel like that's important because there's been plenty of times I've been behind a wall and a thermite was thrown on the other side of the wall and I took damage. That was crazy. I think there's one missing, devs. I think you missed something in these bug fixes though. I don't know. What is it? What could it possibly be? Something that is plaguing us right now. I think it's making us get kicked from the fucking servers. You didn't want to fix the servers? Like, we not fixing the servers? Can we address the servers, please? I mean, I don't want to be toxic. And I know the devs, I know you guys have a hard job. I know you do. I know. I've worked in plenty of places where you have to meet deadlines and you have to do things and you got to figure out what's more important. But honestly, I feel like some of these things that you guys did, and yes, some of these things that you did probably were very quick changes, and it was easy for you to do. But I felt like you could have put some of those things on the back burner and fixed the servers. The servers need fixing. I'm sorry, that's my personal opinion. This is my YouTube platform, and I feel like I'm gonna speak on that. I feel like this overall is a great game. Do I agree with all the nerf changes for Wraith? No, I don't think so. I don't agree with them. But I feel like right now, the most important thing right now is the servers. I think the servers should be addressed. I didn't hear you guys addressing anything about the servers on the dev stream. I could be wrong. I was kind of sleepy when I watched the dev stream. So if I'm wrong, someone please in the comments, you can correct me if I'm wrong. But I don't really remember them talking about servers. And reading this, I didn't see anything about the servers. Please fix the servers. But anyway, this is the patch notes. This is what to expect from Season 8. Write down in the comments what you guys feel about the new patch notes coming out. How you feel about Season 8. Are you excited? Are you not excited? If the video helped you, if you liked the video, please drop a like. If you're not already, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, I release updates on a weekly basis. And if you're on Twitch, come check out my stream. I stream every day from 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. Sometimes I get on at midnight. Sometimes I get on 6. Get off at 6, 7 a.m. in the morning. Just depends on how I feel. But it's your boy xVyperTv. Talk to you later. Peace.